Hello, happy homesteaders. Star Baby Homestead here. I decided I'm going to go ahead and give you an update on my June garden. There's a lot going on, but not too much. This is the summer solstice today, so June 20th. We've been having 90-degree days. It's hot as all heck, but there's a wonderful breeze out here, so the plants are getting plenty of air. No rain, so I have been watering almost every day just to make sure you know, everything keeps hydrated. So kale bed here. I've kept a lot of this stuff covered. You guys know why. Pests, butterflies, caterpillars. I've had problems with caterpillars and slugs. Slugs are a big problem, and it's dry here, so I don't understand what that's all about. But my cucumber trellis, cucumbers are starting to take off, and onions are coming up really well. My lettuce bed is sad, guys. It's been so hot that they're either hardly growing, and then when they do, they bolt almost immediately. So I've been picking the tops off of them just to extend whatever I can. Some of them aren't even coming, they're not even fully forming, and they're just bolting, so that's sad. As you can see, I've pulled a lot of my turnips out of here, and that's to make room for my seedlings that I have that are starting to grow. So hopefully I will get some lettuce this fall or late summer. Like I said, I got some small ones in, but yeah, everything's growing so slow right now. I got some watermelon, and I put them over here because I was following one of the YouTubers. I think it's the Millennial Gardener, and he said something about planting your watermelon in ground with the base of the plant where the roots are. Make sure they're in shade, and then the vines will spread out into sun for your development of your fruit. So I decided to give it a try. I planted it next to the shed here. There's two. They're the big kind. They probably have seeds. And I can't think of them now because I did not. Oh, wait. Okay. Oh, here we go. I got Charleston Gray. And sorry for the noise. My neighbors are having construction. So, and Jubilee. So, and I'm being attacked by a bee. Okay, Jubilee watermelon here. So, alright, back to the tour. My peppers are still yellow and weird. I have fertilized them. I have stopped watering them. I have watered them, and they are just unhappy in this bed. I don't know what's going on. And my eggplant, they're a bit sad, but they're flowering. It looks like some of the flowers are dropping. But, yeah. I put some chamomile in here. Hopefully, they'll grow and be happy. And then my poor banana pepper, something ate it again. I found a huge caterpillar on it. And then I found Cassie rooting around or munching on it. I couldn't tell what she was doing. Poor thing just got yelled at. I'm never gonna get banana peppers from this plant. It has been a target since I put it in the ground. I have a gajillion turnips here. The turnip bed, this Tokyo Cross, is doing really good. I've even given turnips away. Ugh, look how beautiful these are. I love these turnips. They're super sweet. You can just pick them up and bite into them. And they're not spicy. For those of you who don't like spice, I can take it, and I like it. But those are sweet and lovely, so you can have them cooked as well as raw. Grape plant is starting to really take off, so I've been training it onto the trellis here. I'm sorry guys, I know that's probably irritating. Something got to my, I have two. Oh, great. Looks like something got to my other green giant tomato too. You guys, I've sprayed BT. I've put eggshells down. And this was a full plant yesterday. And now look at it. It's raggedy looking. I don't know what it is. It's probably caterpillar. I'm gonna have to root around in here, but it's extremely irritating. I don't think a slug did this, honestly. So I don't know if I have a mole or a squirrel or what. This one had to be covered and put under a crate because, oh great, now all of the leaves are gone, even though you can see something's coming up in the middle. So hopefully it'll recover, but I don't know. Luckily my bigger tomatoes, this one here is a sun gold, and these other two are bush steaks. So nothing's been eating them, probably because they're big enough, but my seedlings, guys, I almost want to keep them until they're at least like a foot tall, because this is just ridiculous. Okra's doing well. I think I saw some flowers on here. Some little okra. See there? Plenty of green beans. I've got so many green beans, guys. It is a ridiculous amount of green beans. I forgot how prolific these things can be. So we're getting slammed with green beans. Not a bad problem to have, is it? So let's see. Russet potatoes, you can see I have healed them up. And my Yukon Golds and Adirondack Blues, they are getting to the place where they are going to have to be harvested. I'm probably going to be doing a video on that because you see I've got dieback. This here is where I'm going to put my red curry squash in one of these grow bags. I'm going to put 3 plants in here, and then I'm going to do another one up there by the barn, not too far from the watermelon, because there's plenty of space, as you can see, for sprawl. Cabbage is doing well. It's still producing. Haven't seen hide a hair of a broccoli head or anything. I don't know. I got this seed from the store, so I don't know what to expect. I've never grown broccoli, so I don't know. I've already started on my autumn broccoli, and I have still to get any broccoli from spring. So I don't know what's going on with that, but let me know if you got, what happens. Do you see a head forming? Like what would normally happen? This is early tender broccoli, so there's supposed to be side shoots and such, I think, once you harvest a smaller head. But I don't know. I'm at a loss. But the onions are growing well in here. Some of these cabbage that I planted are going to be ready for harvest. I'm going to chop the heads off of them, and we're going to have cabbage blossoms again. So this will take me well into late winter, fall and winter. And yeah, until I get my autumn cabbage started, and once they're ready to harvest. I got some old red sales lettuce up under here. I still have some arugula. I don't want to pick it because it's so delicious. It's been flowering. I just keep lopping the flower heads off, but it's so good that I just want to keep it. So as you can see, I've got some more parsnips and carrots. They're definitely growing better on this side. The snails, guys, the snails and the caterpillars, they've already gotten to my first set of red cabbage seedlings. And seedlings don't stand a chance out here, so plant them as late as you can, guard them with your life. My strawberries are doing well. These onions are going to have to be harvested soon. I'll do a video on that. And since those are Long day onions. They're just going to be kind of fat at the bottom, but not complete bulbs. So I have to figure out what to do about that. These strawberries, I thought I was getting what is it? Whatever variety that's supposed to produce throughout the season. Instead, I ended up with, what is it? The day neutral. And it just produced like a whole bunch of strawberries at once, and now we have no strawberries. And to me, it feels like this bed is taking up space. But what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put another bed close to this one, and I'm gonna plant the strawberries so that we'll have, you know, an influx of strawberries throughout the season, as well as just a huge bunch for me to can. Let's see here. All right, back over to the squash area. I've got these wonderful white scallop squash growing. I can't wait to start roasting those up. A lot of flowers, so I think I'm gonna get a bunch of squash out of here. My cauliflower are now starting to head, and these are self-blanching, so they're going to, I don't have to do anything, just keep the vermin and the birds and whatever else is trying to eat them, everything, right? Over here are my rutabaga. So far I've only lost one plant. They have been munched on. This time I think it was snails. So I've got some eggshells down. May have to do some beer traps. But I had a windbreak on them for a while because they were just getting blasted by the wind. Asparagus bed is flourishing. They are nice and bushy. See how happy they are? I can't wait to dive into these guys next season. Never had my own asparagus. Yay, I'm so excited. All right, so as you guys can see, I've laid down some new mulch over here, and I am building like a planting area right before the slope in the yard, just to put flowers in. I had tomatoes in there and the heat killed them all. So now I only have two. One's in a pot, and one's another green giant that I did as backup. It's had to be covered because it got munched as well. And my Meyer lemon is starting to put out some lemons. I'm excited. So my plan is eventually to expand, and I don't want to have to mow this whole area right here, even though it's small. So I'm going to expand it into garden. I've even thought about maybe if I could put a polytunnel out here. It's just so windy. It's so windy that I don't know if it would just tear the whole entire tunnel apart. My volunteer tomatoes are starting to ripen. So I'm going to be harvesting those probably today, along with perhaps the potatoes. But yeah, tons of those. And this bed, guys, my herb bed, it is overrun, just absolutely overrun with grass. And it's hard for me to keep up with, and I don't know if I want to. Meaning, I think what I'm going to do, we are going to lay down some weed barrier, and we're going to fill this whole area with rocks. You can still plant into rocks. As a matter of fact, they'll probably hold moisture a whole lot better without the weeds. And I just don't want to keep pulling weeds and buying pine straw forever. It's exhausting. It really is. I don't want to spend my time doing that. I want my garden to be beautiful. I want to maintain it, but I just don't have the time to be pulling all of this. So I'm going to probably pull out a lot of these plants. I'm going to keep my herbs there. They all grew so fast that I know I can start again, but this is how we learn, right? To see what works for us. And I absolutely love how the gravel looks over here. So keeping the rose bush, we're going to fill that with probably lighter colored rocks over here where the lavender is. You know, I might change up some of the bushes out here. I want some long skyrocket type of bushes. I think it'll look very elegant. So anyway, that's some upcoming work. So for now, here you guys are. You can see it while it lasts. It was so pretty at the first part of spring, and now it's just a mess. And between the gardening and all of that, I just don't want to keep doing it forever. So here are my seedlings that are ready to be planted in the summer for autumn. And here are my red curries. We got some more lettuce. These are just some scragglers, some extra plants just in case the other ones get eaten or just die. Dutch head cabbage here, which is an autumn variety, really big cabbage. And then over here we have, let's see, we've got more red cabbage. These are small and early, so I'm just planting a bunch of those. And we've got some kale and Brussels sprouts here. Haven't successfully grown Brussels sprouts because the last time I did, they got eaten by worms. And I was still a newbie, and I didn't know how to handle them. But I guess it really doesn't matter, because if they want it, they're coming for it. Last but not least, the peach trees. They are doing well. I really need to probably take off some of these peaches. They have a ridiculous abundance of them. And some of them already have some kind of weird blight or spotting, or I don't know, something's been chewing on them. Yeah, and they've been oozing. Some are oozing. So, got to get rid of those. But I am looking forward to having plenty of peaches. And I think between the serious pruning that I did and the mulching, I mean, it's so much better than when I bought the property. When we first got here, it was just, these were the saddest looking trees. They just hadn't been tended to. And now, look at them. Just big, bushy, flourishing. I need to take some off the top so I don't have to get on a ladder to get the fruit. So I'm gonna have to wheedle all of these down to something a little bit smaller and more manageable. Here's my other one. And this one has been struggling too. It looks like it's struggling now. We've had Japanese beetles out here. Another hated and dreaded pest. But so far, some of the peaches look pretty bad. Again, they've got that speckling on it. Not quite sure if it's a blight or gummosis and it's affecting the fruit. But there's plenty. There's plenty of fruit. Just got to get it to a point where we can actually harvest it and eat it. But yeah, so that's it, guys. I hope you're having a wonderful June. Again, today is the first day of summer. Hopefully some of you are enjoying some vacation time with the family. You're growing some wonderful stuff. Let me know how your garden's looking. Let me know what's the star of your garden. I like to hear what people are being successful at in their garden, even though the weather is hot and usually volatile, just droughts and no rain and pests. So be well, be blessed, and I hope to hear from you, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.